I always tell my students to start with the dialect they know. So today I'm going to start with something I know, Greater Chicagoland. Did you know that Better Call Saul's Saul Goodman, aka Jimmy McGill, actually hails from Cicero, Illinois, just outside Chicago? There's a story behind it. Today we'll explore the sounds of the Chicago accent by looking at Bob Odenkirk. Born in Berwyn and raised in Naperville, Illinois, Bob Odenkirk has the sounds of Chicago all over his accent. Vince Gilligan explained that Jimmy McGill had to be from Cicero, Illinois. It all stemmed from the fact, he says, that Bob in real life is from the Chicago suburbs. It's where Al Capone ran part of his empire when he needed a more corrupt-friendly home base than Chicago proper. And of course it's named after Cicero the Roman, known for his words, wit, and rhetoric. A little bit like Saul. It includes features like the Northern Cities Vowel Shift, strong rhotic R's, and a very specific speech rhythm, clipped and confident. You hear it in the Cusack siblings, the Belushi brothers, and Bob Odenkirk. Today, we'll learn basics of the Chicago accent by examining a few key vowels Bob Odenkirk uses, by understanding the way he deals with the sound R, and also by looking at his rhythm, his pacing, and his use of consonants. Join me today in this dialect examination. Vowels. The Northern City Vowel Shift has happened progressively over the last 100 years. Where the vowel was once shaped, it kind of moves forward a little bit in the mouth, so everything's switching place with the one before it. We're going to look at three sounds, ah, ah, and then the difference between words like lot and cloth and lot and thought. Let's begin. Number one feature of the Chicagoland accent is the sound ah. In this next brief clip, I just want you to hear one word. Listen to the word cast.
Together. I met David a couple years ago when I was a cast member on the Ben Stiller show.
Sometimes he goes ca. It's just an ah and then an a ca. Sometimes he goes eh and an a ca cast. Let's listen again.
I was a cast member on the Ben Stiller show.
Cast. It's a little bit like ah and then an smooshed together. It's a diphthong. You can also hear that sound in the following clip where you're going to hear it change even a little more drastically before the nasal sound M. So you're going to hear the word camera. You're going to hear the word actors. Listen up.
Aim the camera at the front of the actor's head.
Camera at an actor's, or camera at an actor's. Now we're going to hear how that sound comes out as the character of Saul Goodman.
It's totally legit. It's done just for tax purposes. And after that, we can discuss Visa or MasterCard, but definitely not American Express, so don't even ask.
Wow, so many words.
Tax. And after that, MasterCard ask.
Did you hear that? So we have the Chicago sounds and the character of Saul Goodman, the guy from Cicero, or the actor from Naperville. Even when he becomes Saul, the Jimmy Cicero accent lingers. You could hear the Chicagoland. He may be reinventing himself, but his voice keeps pulling him back. The next vowel is that for Bob, Odenkirk, you're going to hear the sound ah, as in Bob, change to Bob. Listen to the following clip where you'll hear this sound change in the words on and odd.
I actually haven't been on for a while. Yeah, really, I thought it was kind of odd.
And now let's hear the sound from Saul Goodman in the words zombie and honor.
Zombies. There's no honor among thieves. Zombies. There's no honor among thieves.
Okay, let's drill the sound. As you hear the word, I want you to say the word as it pops up on the screen.
Zombies. There's no honor among thieves.
Go on. Kind of odd.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Sketch comedy.
And now we're into a really interesting vowel feature in this video. I often hear people mess up the Chicago accent because they say things like lot and cloth, right? Everything becomes this really big, like, I'm gonna give you a lot of thought. It's no. In the Chicago accent, the word lot and the word cloth are two different sounds, just like the word lot and thought are two different sounds. We're going to look at a couple of instances from Bob Odenkirk and Saul Goodman to hear the difference. And did you hear me there? I said Bob, but I said Saul. Bob, Saul. So here's our two sounds. We got Bob and we got Saul. I don't say we got Saul. Let's be specific. Let's listen to real things.
Hey, I'll get you a complimentary coffee.
Did you hear that? complimentary coffee. Now the problem is, if you're gonna go complimentary coffee, no, you're gonna go Al Capone. We don't want that. We wanna go complimentary coffee. Let's listen slow.
Hey, I'll get you a complimentary coffee.
Complimentary coffee. So that falls into that lot cloth. Go back to that clip before.
Kind of odd, and I was talking to people in LA.
Odd talking, odd talking. Did you hear the difference? Now for fun, let's hear a sketch comedy clip where he separates the two sounds.
Come on, man. You know, you've lost it.
Wow, we got a lot there. We got come on, man, lost. So you have your first sound, the second sound you learned, and the difference between ah and ah. And I can't help it, but we got to listen to the way he says his name. He doesn't say Saul, he says Saul.
I'm Saul Goodman. I am Saul Goodman.
Listen to all the sounds we have in this.
Go on. There are laws, detective. Have your kindergarten teacher read them to you, right? Go grab a juice box, have a nap. Go on.
Here's your bonus rule. When it comes to diphthongs, if the Northern Vowel Shift shifts the vowel when it's a single sound, that's a monophthong, then it also is going to shift the vowel when it's a diphthong. So instead of saying now, we're going to have now. Now. Do you hear that? Now. Now, now, now. Listen here.
Now.
Okay, now let's practice the R. In order to practice the R, we have to understand the difference between rhotic and non-rhotic accents. A rhotic accent is one where the R is pronounced in a post-vocalic position. That's words like hard and dollar and word and world and earth. A non-rhotic accent is one in which the post-vocalic R is quote-unquote dropped. You're not going to hear that sound. You will just hear the vowel. The Chicago accent, Bob Odenkirk's accent, clearly lives in the land of rhotic R's. Let's practice. We have two phrases we'll work on this one. One is from his sketch comedy.
Goats are stupid, mean, and hard-headed animals.
Can you say hard-headed? Really hit down on that R and get your tongue a little bit tight in the mouth.
Hard-headed animal.
And now we'll work on it a little bit with the word birthday and older, just making sure that you really let that R be there. Don't skate over it like birthday and older. Birthday and older.
Yeah, I just had a birthday, and you know, as you get older.
Do you hear that? I really land in it. Birthday and older. One of my favorite things about Bob's voice, the way he clips phrases and smushes syllables together. It's deliberate, fast, but still clean. It's a performance rhythm rooted in how he grew up hearing speech as a child, similar to how I did. Okay, now the fun part. We're going to put all the rules together with a long phrase from Saul Goodman, allowing you to also feel the punchiness of the rhythm.
Let me get down to brass tacks. I'm going to get you a second phone call, okay? You're going to call your mommy or your daddy or your parish priest or your Boy Scout leader, and they're going to deliver me a check for $4,650. I'm going to write that down on the back of my business card, okay?
You have all of them there. Let's try it again, the words popping on the screen.
Brass tacks. Brass tacks. Call your mommy, your daddy, parish leader, dollars, card.
And a tip to you is to play it back slowly and try it slowly as you go to really feel it. Accents are more than just sounds. They tell a story. They're about a deep sense of identity. They keep you rooted in a place. Think about it. The sounds of Bob Odenkirk's childhood made it all the way into inspiring a story to a character. Because no matter how hard Saul tries to become a new person, Cicero Jimmy is there in his sound. So the next time you go to work on something, embrace your own sounds. Or if you need to play someone from a different area, learn how to change and shape sounds yourself so you can expand your speaking potential. Want to learn more about dialects and voice? Please like and subscribe. And if you want to know the basics of learning an accent, be sure to check out Dialect 101. If you want to learn about the basics of voice work, make sure to check out Voice 101.